Well, Kwebbelkop, the place that I want to start with you is Kwebbelkop. What in the world is that word? What is that name? Why did you choose it? What does it mean?
Yeah, so Kwebbelkop is Dutch for chatterbox. I got the nickname when I was a kid, and I carried it over to my YouTube channel. Became my username on the internet pretty much. And then I ended up starting a YouTube channel, and I kind of was stuck with the name. Everybody knows it, I guess.
So you basically turned your childhood nickname into a profession.
It was more like my video game nickname. So I was playing like Minecraft or Call of Duty, and then on the Xbox, my nickname was Kwebbelkop. And then carried it over.
And when did you start making YouTube videos? Pretty young, I assume.
End of 2012. End of August 2012.
But how old were you at the time?
17 when I started doing daily videos. I think I made my first one when I was 15, but that wasn't really like serious or anything.
Were you still in high school at the time?
Yes, and people at high school they would laugh at me.
What?
They would do my intro. I had this silly intro, this very stupid intro, and then I would walk in and they would look at me and they'd do my intro and take the piss.
Wait, how did the intro? Now you have to tell us what the intro was
need
like.
This intro.
How did it go?
It's like, hey, what's up, cops? It's Kwebbelkop here. That's like the exact intro, yeah.
So you would go home from school every day and make these videos?
Yes. Well, when I was 17, I started doing it daily. So I had my exam period and I would just record like one horrible video every day. But by doing it every day, I managed to get really, really good at it very quickly.
And this was all Minecraft, right?
It started off as Minecraft, yeah, but it was Call of Duty, Minecraft, and then it's pretty much those two games until Grand Theft Auto finally came out. But that was already after high school, yeah. And then Grand Theft Auto took off, Happy Wheels, so many other little games, yeah.
And did you go to college or did you just, after high school, dive right into full-time YouTubing?
So in the Netherlands, it's called college, what I did, but it's the American standards of high school. Pretty much I was in school till I was 18, and the next chapter would be for me to go to university. So next up I would go and become a doctor or whatever. So I pretty much told my mom when I was 18, I said, hey, I'm done with school. I kind of don't want to go back. I want to do this YouTube thing full time. And she said, well, Jordy, you're crazy, right? So I said, Mom, okay, well, I want to do this. Maybe we can, come up with a deal. And she said, okay, you know what, Jordy, if you make minimum wage within the next 9 months, you can do YouTube. If you don't make minimum wage within the next 9 months, you have to go to university to apply for whatever I wanted to do at the time. I think become a doctor or go into movies or something like that. So I said, challenge accepted. Let's do it. And 2 months later, I came back. My mom was sitting on the balcony and I said, Mom, I have to tell you something. And my mom looked at me and she said, Jordy, what? Are you gay?
What? No, is that what you said?
I said, Mom, I'm not gay. I like girls. And she said, oh, too bad. I would have loved to go shopping with you. And I said, Mom, I'm making like way more than minimum wage right now. And she said, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to help you out now because you have to pay taxes. And I was like, what are taxes? And then, that's pretty much a start.
That's a fair deal though, isn't it? That she gave you a decent window, which it's a long enough window to get going, but it's not so long that it's a ridiculous wait time. If she said, oh, let's give this 5 years to see if it works out, I'd say that's overly generous.
9 months is a full term of a baby. Like you had to birth a career in 9 months on YouTube. Yeah. That's literally what her ultimatum was. And I think that's totally reasonable. Your mom sounds awesome.
She works for me now.
Oh yeah? What does she do?
Yeah, she runs the back end of all the companies I have. So when salaries need to be paid, when contracts need to be checked, let's say I need some help with a property I own, I need to sell it, but I'm not in a country, then she'll help me with that. Yeah.
And what did she do before that?
She used to be in HR in the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But the business side of this is exactly what I wanted to get into with you, and is exactly why I wanted to talk to you, because you and I met in person, and Matt was there too, at VidCon earlier this year. And for those who don't know, VidCon is the big video creator event every single year. It's held in Anaheim in a big convention center, and businesses go there, creators go there. It's like the one big hubbub per year where everyone kind of gathers in.
Yeah, it's like 25, 30,000 people, isn't it?
So where all the YouTubers do drugs together and... Oh, wait, sorry, we're live, right? Oh, sorry. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I don't know which event that is.
Hey,
but
you forgot? Oh, no, I'm joking.
It's where YouTubers mostly hide in their hotel rooms, actually, and get room service because everyone is socially awkward. But,
yeah, 30,000 people get together, and then the top YouTubers find a way to avoid them all.
The room service was really bad, by the way, in the hotel there.
Putting them on blast.
Yeah, I'm just saying, okay.
Got to step up your game.
Get like some soggy sandwich. Yeah. Anyways.
You didn't order the soggy sandwich? I thought it was good. No, so while we were there, I don't know how in the world we got into it, but all of a sudden you're telling me about how you read this book about McDonald's and how McDonald's works on the business side of it, and how you were now implementing what you've learned from that book into creating your YouTube business. And it was pretty much the most fascinating thing and conversation that I had in a long time.
Well, thank you. Yeah. So I read this book. I think it's The E-Myth. I'm not sure if I actually have it here in my chill. I actually do. Just give me a second.
Grab the book then.
Okay. Kwebbelkop is literally walking away from the mic to grab the book off the bookshelf behind him.
So it's called... I just got the book, yeah. The E-Myth, Why Most Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It, by Michael E. Gerber, whatever. And what it's about is, well, what I just said, why a lot of small businesses struggle and how a McDonald's business can be so successful. And I compared the McDonald's hamburger to a Kwebbelkop video. And I said to myself, just like McDonald's, I want to be able to create the perfect McDonald's hamburger at every single location around the world. I want to do the same thing with my videos. I want to make it so every video I make is always on the same quality level while I do 2 videos per day. And obviously, I can't do that by myself. I need a whole team. And that's why we have checklists and we have this whole very intense and complicated company structure right now. But it's working. Yeah.
Well, that's what I want to get into. I want to get into the checklist. So you are still using Slack and Trello to manage all of this? Okay, and how do you use those, and what is that interplay like to go from an idea from one of your employees to a finished product on your channel?
Yeah, so I think we should start this at the beginning, right? So my YouTube channel, my Kwebbelkop personality, it's a business. It's also a hobby. I love doing it. But I don't do it on my own. I have 7 employees on the Kwebbelkop business, 11 employees total, also on the gaming company. And these 7 employees, they help me make videos from scratch. So one employee comes up with the ideas, and then meanwhile I oversee all of this, right? So I check everything. Then I record it, the idea, then I send it to an editor, then the editor gives it to a thumbnail artist who makes a thumbnail, and then a channel manager grabs all of this together and puts it online. And we use a program called Slack to communicate because 3 of the editors are in Australia, then 1 guy's in Canada, 1 guy's in the UK, 1 guy's in the Netherlands, two guys are in the Netherlands.
And how did you find everyone? Because this is literally a global enterprise. So how did you put this together?
Yeah, so it's mainly scouting for editors, looking at channels who make similar type of content, the edits I like and I think are good. And then with the other jobs, it's a bit more complicated. It's kind of looking for YouTubers who haven't really succeeded that well. And the harsh way of saying it is a failed YouTuber, right? So a YouTuber who is in between doing it for a hobby and in between full time. Mm-hmm. So somebody who's making a few hundred a month of their YouTube channels, but not enough to live from it. And then by offering them this job, you can say, okay, hey guys, if you work for me, you can still do your YouTube channel on the side. Meanwhile, you learn a lot about YouTube and you can help me out. And then it's a lot of training from there on. I think it took 2 years for my thumbnail artist to be on par with my vision.
And what was that process like for you to stick with this person? Because I imagine after a year of not being happy with them, I'm amazed that you were like, all right, year 2, here we go.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, it's so definitely going to work out in another 18 months.
It's not that I would not dislike his products, right? What the thumbnails he made, but it was more of like I would come up with an idea for a thumbnail. He would sketch it out and it would be horrible. And then after a few times back and forth, he ended up creating the finished product. Mm-hmm. And the longer we went on, the faster he managed to get the perfect finished product. So now when he makes a thumbnail, sometimes he has it, it's perfect straight away. And sometimes it just needs to be flipped or mirrored, or some colors need a bit of fixing. But it's really, really hard to find somebody who's really good at making thumbnails for your channel. And for my channel, my thumbnails are very, very important.